Hi, hello. Hi, everyone. And yeah, good morning to people here in Europe, and good day to everyone else. And yeah, how are you guys? It's the third day of our challenge. And yeah, how are you guys? I need to turn out my tablet. Yeah, so let me know in the comments how is it going with the challenge. Did you draw these days, the two Thursdays? And let me know in the comments if you can hear me well, because I'm not sure. I I'm pretty much sure you can hear me, but let me know in the comments. Yes, okay, cool. Yeah, it's a very strange thing, but I'm again a little bit nervous today. I don't know why. Usually the first time is the most exciting one, but for me it's the third time also. So, but no worries. Maybe it's because the quite complicated reference that we're going to use today. But no worries. I mean, as you know, it's practice for anyone, for all of us, and yeah, so it's practice for me too. Also for doing this YouTube videos. And for people who are watching this video for the first time, maybe you don't know who I am and what I do. I'm Julia Henze, an artist, urban sketcher, and your guide on this creative journey. I'm also the founder of Brave Brushes Studio, a supportive community where amateur artists like you can unlock their creativity, have fun, and grow together. And a few words about this Inktober challenge. I'm doing 31-day drawing online, live on YouTube, and I have my own references. You can download the PDF with my own references, so not the official list, but the things that I like to draw, and I hope you like them too. And you can download the PDF using the link below the video, and then you will have the better quality than I have here in the corner. It will be easier for you to draw with me. Okay, you can see it a little bit better, especially for a drawing like this, for a reference like this. I think it's important to see more details. However, because we have a limited time, we have only 15 to 20 minutes. I think today we will need 20 minutes. Um, it's better to not to make it too large for yourself. So don't make your reference so large that you can see every single detail. So we will focus on large shapes. It's very important when you draw a complicated scene, but you're limited, you're short on time, then just keep it as simple as possible, large shapes, and only when you have everything on your paper, all the large shapes, you can start adding details. Materials for today. I'm going to use not the fountain pen today. Today I'm going to use fine liners and a brush pen. And I have this one. It's one of my favorites with a quite small tip. So, but a very flexible one. So it will be easy for me to add darker shadows, but at the same time, it's yeah, I can also draw with thinner lines. Let me think. What? Yeah, I'm not prepared for this exercise or for this reference. I drew it, by the way, once earlier for the another challenge, but I'm not prepared for today. So we're all not prepared, I hope, and we will see. No pressure of making mistakes, no pressure of creating a masterpiece. It's not about that. It's all about practicing. 31 day we are just practicing and enjoying drawing, having fun, and hopefully growing. Okay, so let's start. And for that, let me change my focus and turn on my lamp so you can see it better. I hope you can see it very well now. Oh, and before we start, I want to show you something that we are going to do in brave brushes these days. Tomorrow, the first lesson of the adventure, the month course, um, will start in brave brushes, and we will practice a lot with doing this kind of exercises. And yeah, I think we will have a lot of fun, and it will help brave brushers, the members of Brave Brush Studio, will help to do this challenge as well, the Inktober challenge. We will do a lot of exercises with hatching and cross hatching, how to create a darker shade. So if you are interested in joining Brave Brush Studio, or if you're already in Brave Brush Studio, you can do all these exercises coming days or whenever you want. Okay, so let's start with drawing. We have not that much time, so we need to hurry up. But believe me, we will create a great sketch, even if we are short on time. The first thing that I'm going to do today is to draw a frame, because it will be easier for me to draw this scene. And the frame is the same as the same shape, the same form as my reference. And then we start with the larger shapes, as I always say. We draw the doors, and let's do it like this. So just one benefit of this reference, the really great one, I think, is that there are no straight lines, almost no straight lines. That's so good, because you can draw with wonky lines, no worries about the straight lines that you might be afraid of, or I don't know, maybe you are not sure if you can draw that straight. So just a lot of wonky, little bit curvy lines. And now we have already two doors. So that's the benefit of drawing or starting with the larger shapes, because we already have the most important things here. And let me see, it's quite complicated here. But also, here we don't need to draw exactly what we see. We draw a suggestion, as we did yesterday with our leaf. We drew a suggestion. A very important thing is not to forget the depth here. Yes, I see a question in the comments. These sessions are will be on YouTube always, hopefully, so you can see them or watch them later. No worries about that. And here, I don't care that much about how many steps there are. If I draw them exactly as they are in the reference, it's not very important. The most important thing is that we create a clear drawing, our impression of what we see. And that the lines go in the right direction. That's quite important. And for that, sometimes you need to know the rules of perspective, because you can see that here we have perspective. The vanishing point is probably somewhere here, but we don't use them. We don't use the rules of perspective that much in this reference, but what we do is we know that all the lines, the perspective lines, will come together in one point, and we try to keep it in our minds. Let me see, here we have these windows. Something like this. Here. So details are also important for our sketches. Don't forget to draw important details because they make our sketches look more authentic. So we want our door to look like the door we see here and not, or two doors even, not like just two abstract doors that could be everywhere. This is Portugal, by the way, Lisbon. A very, very beautiful city with a lot of beautiful doors and buildings, and it's absolutely great for urban sketching, which I love. So I can't really see what happens here, but I can just make up something like this. And for this door, also can draw a suggestion of a newspaper that we see. I think this reference is one of the most difficult ones, but I just want to show you that it shouldn't be that complicated. I mean, you don't need to draw everything, only the most important details. Let me see, I think these parts are quite important. Also, the ground, or where the wall meets the ground, is very important, a very important detail. The electricity lines, I draw them in a little bit different way. Maybe it's all good. And here we also have some lines, some textures. Textures are always interesting to add. What we can do is to add some textures to the wall. Just because they look so nice then. And before we go further with the textures, I think that we also can add some shadows. And as you can see, the shadows are here quite large, and I don't think it would be a good idea to make them that large because, yeah, they are quite present then, and I don't want very large shadows in my drawing. Maybe it would be nice, but I'm not sure, so I don't want to try it out. We can just create our own impression of what we see. And I add shadows to all the details, all the parts that I think should be in the shadow, like this windows, for example. Also here we will have a shadow. Here. And this is why I use this brush pen. If you don't have a brush pen, you can always use something like a thicker fine liner, for example, or maybe if you draw with a dip pen, it's more difficult to draw something like this quickly with a dip pen because you need to reload it very often. So it's better to use mediums like a brush pen or and a fine liner. And here we can also add some textures to create a suggestion of or the difference between the lighter parts that the tops of the steps and the darker parts a little bit darker. You can't even really see it or not that much in the reference, but you can see the difference a little bit. The top of the step is lighter than the side, the front. And that's also a great exercise for drawing lines. Longer, shorter. And maybe I would add some textures, some darkness to the door. And also here, it's not this very dark shadow with a very clear edges, but it's more like the texture, a texture on the door to create more interest in the sketch. And we can add some textures on the wall. I don't know, just, you know, I can see this kind of things on the wall. Of course you can understand it, but it's something that creates more interest in the sketch, and these are the things that we can use for making a more interesting sketch, more impressive sketch. Maybe here just a little bit darkness. And I think that we already have to stop because yeah, the time is up. And what I think it's quite a cool sketch, right? I mean, in only 15 minutes. Yeah, of course, if you want to draw a much um, more detailed sketch, let me turn on my camera around. Yeah, if you want to create a more complicated sketch, a more detailed sketch, you need more time, but you can see that in only 15 minutes we create a quite impressive sketch. And the most important thing maybe is that we practice today. And yeah, so in the more we practice, if we can finish this, complete this challenge, I'm sure everyone who joined me, everyone who will practice with me until November will improve their skills drastically, actually. Okay, guys, it was a little bit difficult for me to talk today. I'm not sure what I have. Maybe I'm a little bit nervous, or maybe I slept not that well. Yeah, so I see you tomorrow. I want to ask you to like this video if you liked it and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my other content, but also not to miss my Inktober videos. Okay, yeah, I see you tomorrow. Bye bye, and don't forget to post your video or post your sketch on Instagram with the hashtag Julia Henze _ Inktober. Bye bye.